So, DLC for Gran Turismo 7. I think we all thought this day would never come, but it's coming. And to be fair, Polyphony for the past 3 years have been consistently updating Gran Turismo 7 almost every month, with new cars and races, and sometimes tracks, among other things. The level of quality varies, but usually it's not very good. Especially this year. Updates have been very poor this year with the whole SUV crossover thing. Spec 3 is certainly looking to be the highlight of this year, but with this Power Pack DLC, will that cast a shadow over Spec 3? Probably not. DLC in Gran Turismo games isn't new. I think Gran Turismo 5 was the first and only Gran Turismo game to actually have DLC that wasn't in the way of microtransactions or anything. A Gran Turismo Sport may have had something, but I didn't really spend much time playing Gran Turismo Sport, so I don't know the answer to that. And although having said that, I didn't buy the DLC for Gran Turismo 5 either. It was already taken off the store by the time I was able to purchase it. I do believe for Gran Turismo 5's DLC there was several packs, 2 of which included 2 tracks, the return of Motegi and then the addition of Special Stage Route X. And then of course there were plenty of cars too. Thankfully the Power Pack does not seem to be adding any new cars or tracks, which in general I would say is a good thing, just because of licensing. I mean, Forza has done it, and those packs aren't live for very long. But what does this Power Pack entail? Well, it basically is giving players what looks to be a traditional single-player Gran Turismo campaign. Why this wasn't just added in a monthly update is probably due to the fact that it's linked to GT Sophie. There's going to be several disciplines of races for all different types of cars, as well as championships and 24-hour races that all have qualifying. I worry about the 24-hour race though, will you be able to pull a Gran Turismo 5 and save mid-race? Because I certainly wouldn't be sitting for 24 hours playing a race for that long. 24 minutes is more than enough for me. Introducing B-Spec like how it was in Gran Turismo 4 where you could speed up time, that would definitely help. But I think they definitely need to have some kind of mid-race save feature because you can't expect the average Gran Turismo player to sit for 24 hours straight. If we actually go back to a video I made this year, a wishlist for features I'd like to see added to Gran Turismo in 2025, I added a single player campaign, 24-hour races, B-Spec all to that list, as well as race modifications which aren't confirmed, but I have saw comments on Twitter speculating that they may be coming. Imagine they were in the DLC and not free updates. I'd be very angry because that is my #1 requested feature. And especially with cars like the Mitsubishi FTO coming back, I want to make my favourite dream cars here. So onto the big question, will I be buying this DLC? No, I will not. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's PS5 only. I mean, like I said, it's linked to GT Sophie, so it has to be PS5 exclusive. And Grand Theft Auto 6 is delayed. Again. So I'm not buying a PS5 just yet, but when I do get one, I will be buying the DLC. Maybe I'll be lucky and find a Black Friday deal, so I'll get it soon. Apart from the 50 new events, you also get 5 million credits too. Which, speaking of money, that leads us on to my biggest concern, the price point for this DLC. Currently, we don't know what the price will be, but I hope it's not going to be too expensive. I mean, I would personally say no more than $9.99, but it could be like £30, especially with the way prices for games and DLC are nowadays. And I do want to stress, I am not against DLC, but I think this honestly should have been base game. Before Gran Turismo 7 came out, I thought going into it that the cafe menus were like a side activity for new players. I never imagined that it was going to be the main career mode. Polyphony had ample opportunities to add something new. All they did was just keep adding these menu books. But now we have a possible return to form with a career mode behind a paywall. I'm not a fan of that. And it's exclusive to PS5 only, so yeah. I love getting new content, I appreciate that it can't always be free, but I feel like after the past few updates, well, past year of updates, past year and a half of updates, they've got some nerve to ask for money now. But I do have hope. I hope that going forward, more race cars are going to be added to fill up those grid varieties for those DLC events, and then future events that are added as weekly challenges. We had a year of SUVs, let's hope 2026 is the year of race cars. And I think it's also important to say that I don't think Gran Turismo 7's going to be ending anytime soon. I think if anything, this Power Pack and Spec 3 is just pushing the life cycle of Gran Turismo 7 onwards. And honestly, I'm happy with that. I've always said I don't think Gran Turismo 7 has quite reached its potential yet, but I think we're getting close. It's definitely come a long way since release. So I hope we get more updates, maybe not as much DLC, but as long as the content pushes Gran Turismo 7 to be an even better game, then I'm fine with whatever they do. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'll be reviewing Spec 3 once it comes out, and I have lots of videos to do with Spec 3 too. So be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time!